These mountains aren't just a backdrop, they're home. And your business is the heartbeat that keeps these communities moving. At Chris Slone Media, we bring over 3 decades of broadcast excellence to your doorstep. High-quality audio and video designed to tell your story and show our neighbors the true value of what you do. I'm Chris Slone with Chris Slone Media. Appalachian Roots, professional results. Follow us on Facebook at Chris Slone Media or call or text 606-331-0029.
Serving the Appalachian region with high-quality video and audio for television, radio, and social media. This is Chris Slone Media.
The Gatherings. True crime meets the paranormal. A YouTube exclusive.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to turn this thing on, would it? I don't know. For some people, it seems like the week drags by, and for us, it just fly, 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 fly. But we are in the last stages. I guess I'd call this the polishing stages of episode 5. And if you think the trailer was good, which I hope you do, then wait till you see the film. Or it's It's a week from tonight. It's next Thursday. We're going to air it on here. Then, of course, it'll be available on the YouTube page, which is youtube.com/Chris Slone Media. And also on Facebook, Chris Slone Media, Facebook, The Mountain Mysteries, and Facebook, The Gatherings, and The Mountain Mysteries Family. So that microphone, I'm going to take and throw that sumbitch in the creek. 60 cycle hum. It's better now. I guess somebody kicked it or smacked it or threatened it or something. But anyways, happy Thursday. I hope that you guys are having a good evening. And tonight, of course, Stace is with us, and she's going to have the SBS thing, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that you can expect. If you watched the trailer a second ago, you saw the doll move. You're going to see all kinds of stuff in this upcoming episode 5. And of course, we are getting ready to launch. And I don't think that it'll do it like that. I can blank this out for a second. You guys take a study at this real quick, and then we'll talk about it, okay? It is a new series that we're starting, and it is called An Appalachian Story, and it's told by Appalachian people. Why? I was actually, that came up in conversation today, as a matter of fact. And I said, because I'm sick and tired of people coming in from out of here that have no idea what the hell they're talking about or what the hell they're doing, trying to tell Appalachian stories when they have absolutely no clue and they're just doing a cash grab.
Right.
I was born and raised here. So was Stace. So was Crystal. Well, Crystal was actually born in California, lived in Mississippi for a while as a kid, and then came here, and she's been here for years and years, so she's adopted. But I think that Appalachian stories should be told by Appalachian people. And we kind of got a flair for the cinematic. I guess everybody's noticed that. And between Stace and I and Crystal and Des and I think that we can pull this off quite nicely. And one of the first ones we're going to tell is the story of Mamie Thurman. She was a socialite in Logan, West Virginia, which is smack dab in the Appalachian Mountains. This happened in 1932. And to put it mildly, and just about everybody, I guess, a lot of people have heard the story of the ghost of 22 Mine Road. She was found murdered on 22 Mine Road in 1932 in June. And we've done an audio episode of the podcast, The Mountain Mysteries, on it. And, I love doing the audio stuff. I really do. But it just doesn't do it justice like the video can. When you put the video with the audio, I think you've got something special going on there. But the legend has it is you can park your car at the bottom of the hill, put it in neutral, take your foot off the brake, and the car will roll backwards up a hill. Now, the ghost story behind it is that she's pushing your vehicle back up the hill, trying to get you to go to where she was found, or her body was found, in hopes of finding justice, not necessarily revenge, but justice. So, can you shake that mic a little bit or something? The microphone stays.
Not working?
Oh, it's working. It's just okay, now it's good. Yeah, now it's good. So,
all right, just let me know if it's
Yeah.
acting up. I can't tell.
yeah, you can't. But anyway, I'm going to get you a new microphone. But anyways, that's a ghost story. Now, this was some years ago when I was working for a radio station. We were doing a promotional thing, and we were down in Louisa. Most of you guys know where this place is at. There's a great big gas station down there. It looks like a castle. It's either Exxon or Marathon, whatever it is, just down from the new Lawrence County Courthouse. Anyways, I'm sitting down there, and this guy stops by to get, like anybody else, whatever he can. And whatever reason, it came up in conversation because he said he was from around Holden and Logan and that area. And Holden is exactly where 22 Mine Road is at. And I said, Holden. I said, West Virginia? He said, yeah. I said, you know about the Mamie Thurman thing? And he just looked at me like, don't even go there. And I was like, dude, he said, look, man, he said, I drive a coal truck for a living. He said, and I was going up that damn mountain one night. He said, and I got a sleeper in the back of that coal bucket. He said, and I'm telling you, I saw her in the back of my car. He said, or I saw something. He said, I saw her in the back of my rig. And I just looked at him like, dude, you've lost your ever-loving mind. Well, this guy was seemingly perfectly adjusted. He was normal. You know, he's a working man trying to feed his family, and everybody can relate to that. And he said, I'm telling you, he said, I was going up that hill. He said, it's about 2:00 in the morning. He said, and I just had this feeling somebody was watching me. He said, I turned around, looked over my shoulder, and there she was. He said, I looked ahead because that road is not very wide. He said, and when I looked back, she was gone. Now, again, the ghost story behind that is that she is seeking justice for the person that murdered her. And we're going to tell you the whole story in the episode. Or you can go back and listen to the audio podcast. It's on Spotify and all that. And you'll get the whole thing. But basically, really what I think happened there was this man who was a handyman and a chauffeur for her landlord. His name was Clarence Stevenson. He was a black guy. And they chased him down what was then called Trace Mountain. They chased him down the road, caught him. He stood trial and was convicted. And I don't think he had a damn thing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. But they convicted him because, you know, you got to think this was in 1932. Racism was rampant everywhere, especially in the southern states. And while Kentucky is not as southern as, say, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, etc., it is still a southern state. Well, it's a border state, I think, is what they defined as what President Abraham Lincoln had defined it as, was a border state. And yeah, you know, we're right there between the North and the South, and most of us have a tendency to have Southern culture. So anyways, it's a whole story. And apparently people have spotted her walking up and down the road at night. And it's like she's sitting there waiting for somebody or waiting on something, and has never gotten what she's looking for, which what she's looking for apparently is justice. So, pterodactyl flu. I'm just now getting on to the kinky in the brain. That's pretty cool. I love that name. Glad that everybody is in here tonight, and thank you so much for being here. Please share this with everybody. Because I really think, you know, and I spent the last couple of days watching, Stace, I'm sure, because you watch things too. But have you seen these things on YouTube, which are like Appalachian Trail horror stories? And
I watch about 15 seconds of them and lose interest.
You won't with these, not when we're done with it.
No.
Stace and I are going to be the ones. And here's the concept. For example, with the story of Mamie Thurman, we're going to tell the story, of course. And then you're going to see Stace and I on the road, and we're actually going to go to 22 Mine Road. And Stace is going to do an EVP session. And, you know, 606 has state-of-the-art stuff to try to either prove or debunk paranormal activity. And I know Stace always goes into it looking to debunk it. You know, she doesn't go in going, you know, not every little thing you see is a demon. And, you know, she's told me that for years. She said, my God, Chris, she said, half this crap you see. Do what, baby?
Clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. And we're not interested in that. We're not trying to do that. But we do want to tell her story. And there's a bunch of others too. You know, we've looked at the Greenbrier ghost. Can you imagine if a ghost could come back and identify its killer? The person that murdered them? That's exactly what the Greenbrier ghost is all about. I think we done an episode on that one too. I'm pretty sure. Done so many of them. But, you know, there's so many of these things. And of course, yeah, we are going to cover missing people who were murdered, families that don't have answers. This is basically the Mountain Mysteries on steroids with video. And that's kind of what I intended it to be to start with. I just to be quite honest with you, didn't have the knowledge on how to do it at the time. I was a radio guy. I never was a TV guy. But doing the video now is something I really enjoy. Stace enjoys it. And she said, what was it you said before we went on there? She said, it's like going to the damn movie. She said, watching these trailers, watching what is going on, what we're doing. It's like going to the movie. And that's the whole goal. That's why I call it a cinematic documentary. Yes. Do I want it to be entertaining? Yes. But I also want it to stay true to the story. And you will see Reagan very much do that. Because let me tell you, out of all the dolls I've seen that 606 has in their possession, in their collection, I think collection's a better word. Reagan is probably one of the ones that are, she's dark. She's got a history, and there's death tied to that history, is there not?
Mm-hmm. And then some.
Yeah, and then some. And no, she does not like Lloyd. She does not really care for Lloyd. That's Reagan.
This is going to be the first time that he's heard the true story.
Well, let me tell you, I've heard.
I hid everything from him.
I have heard it several times over because I'm the one that edited your voiceover. I'm the one that mastered the audio. I'm the one that went back and put all the. And I'm telling you, I can listen to it 1,000 times, and I'm still like, you got to be kidding me. It's one of those things. And have you guys ever like watched something or been a part of something, and you go back and you do it again, and you always pick up something new?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what this is. So yes, we are going to make it available on YouTube, and it will be available on the Facebook pages of the Mountain Mysteries, the Gatherings, Mountain Mysteries Family, and Chris Slone Media. It's going to be available there too. Now, of course, Facebook will only keep it up for so long, but the only reason that, and we are hitting live on some Facebook pages tonight because I received this nice little email that said, look, we'll work with the whole thing that you had issues with. And I said, all right. So yeah, we're on, I think, the Gatherings Facebook page and the Mountain Mysteries and Chris Slone Media. So, and plus, I'm not going to, it's nice to, make it available for more people because I gave my child this big spiel about management. And I said, management isn't about numbers and procedures. I said, that's a part of what management does, but it's not management. I said, really what you're looking at when you're dealing with management is it's about people. I said, any good manager will make their people. I said, they lift their people up. Okay, Steph, that's fine. Chris Bowling. Hey, Chris, how you doing? But yeah, management is about lifting your people up, because I've worked in so many places that could have been an awesome freaking place to work. And and it wasn't.
Right.
Management makes all the difference, and they can. They set the tone for the kind of day that you'll have. And don't get me wrong, everybody has bad days. I get it. But, and I've always said this, Krista will tell you this, Stace will tell you this, Lloyd will tell you this, Destiny will tell you this, Caden, any number of people I've ever worked with. I don't have anybody that works for me. Not a soul works for me. I have people that work with me, and I work with them. We're all equals. Now, when it comes down to somebody having to make the decisions, the buck stops here. So, but am I not pretty good, I think, about getting opinions from the people I work with and say, okay, well, what do you think about this and this and this and this? And I think that anybody will say, yeah, he's really good about that. I mean, I had several people that I worked with before said, look, if you ever buy this place or if you ever just take it over, call me. I'll come back and I'll work for you. And I said, no, you'll work with me. So anyways, if anybody going in management, it's a lesson. And I'll tell you exactly who I learned it from, Paul 5. And tonight I am having, it's not really bourbon, but I wish it were. But let me tell you, this stuff, it'll make your babies be born bald with no teeth. Oh, Lord, it puts hair on your chest. Yeah, I ain't got none, but still, it'll put hair on it. So anyways, we are really looking forward to debuting it. And it'll probably be about 10 or 15 after 9 o'clock next Thursday night. And we're going to drop the episode and let you see it for yourself. And we hope that you enjoy it. And yeah, is it a little on the creepy side? Yeah, it is.
So close to my heart.
But that's what my girl wanted. That's what my girl Stace wanted. She hit me with this idea when she was feeding me. I think it was chicken breast and a hamburger and fried taters. I showed up at Lloyd's doorstep. I said, I was kind of wanting something or another to eat. So, and we came and said, she said, I got this idea. And she just looked at me like, I don't know how you're going to take this. And I said, well, just tell me, what is it? And she told me about the darkest stories. And I loved it. I said, I love it. I said, I think it's awesome. Is it more work? Yeah, but what the hell? Sure. To me, this isn't work. It's fun. I love doing it. And yes, it's challenging. And I've got to give hats off to Crystal Burke. She's in the chat room right now. She doesn't just say, well, if you need something, she shows up. She got this little laptop, which is a cool little thing. It's touchscreen and all that. And she just makes shit happen. I call her the Google Queen because Google loves her. They know who she is. I'm pretty sure that she may have stock somewhere in the company. She's probably a hidden billionaire and nobody knows it. But she, some of the stuff you saw in the trailer, she had done. And I said, can you make Reagan? I said, not like you really have to make her move because she kind of does that shit on her own anyways. I said, but can you like put her on video and can you make her move? She said, I will make her dance. And sure enough, she did. It's coming next week. You'll see it. And
I can't wait.
Oh God, some of the scenes and her singing and talking. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm beefing it up a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be something really cool to watch, I think. Yes, it is. Chris said, yeah, it's hard as hell, but it is. But here's the thing. She's learning this stuff, but she's so damn stubborn. She won't quit until she gets it. And that's exactly what we need. She's cutting edge stuff. Yeah, you need to have stock in it. You do. So, I'm doing this and I'm giving her kudos and props because I believe in that. Just like I give Stace kudos and props for the 40 plus years of experience she's got doing what she does with the paranormal.
I'm only 25, so.
It's what my mom used to say. She said, honey, I'm 19 and holding. She said, I don't have birthdays. I have anniversaries.
Mm-hmm.
God, I miss her. Speaking of which, tonight, if you guys have somebody that you would like to hear come through on the Spirit Box, remember the best way to do that is have the good memories. Think about the good stuff. Maybe the times that they made you laugh or the times that they were there for you. Emotion triggers response, or at least I have found that it does. But the real expert is right there. That's her, Stace. She can tell you, because she's got so much experience in doing this. And, I think that everybody that works with Chris Slone Media has a vital role. Lloyd, Stace, Crystal, Destiny's my girl. I love my Destiny.
She's camera shy.
She is so gorgeous. She has no reason to be camera shy. She's beautiful. She is one of the prettiest girls I've ever laid eyes on. And yes, my child is going to be taking a slightly more active role in it. So, what is that black face on the shelf? I don't know.
The mantle?
Yeah, that was Candace asking. I don't. She said she sent you a message. So yeah,
that's a skull planter.
I really think that we ought to hold some kind of a thing where people can come over at your convenience, if you're okay with it, and maybe take a tour of what you've got going on there. But
I've only got a few of them out.
Now, they need to sign. I'd make them sign a damn waiver before because there's things going on in that house that don't have to.
I keep things put up away from anybody that comes in. They don't see half of the stuff, but yeah, it's put up most of it. But I've got a few. I've got a few out.
Yeah,
and it's always active here. Anybody that's ever stopped by or came in for a visit, they can tell you about.
I sit there the other night. I sit there. Well, the other day, other night, whatever it was for you, and I sit right there and watch the shadow walk through the house.
James Paul saw one the other day. Walked right past him.
Yeah, and they're not shy. They don't care
Nope,
to do it.
They don't care.
They don't care if you see them or not.
They're in their own little place. And that's
Yes.
okay.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So with that being said, if you would like to tell you what, we're going to step out and come back with the Haunted Dolls. We're going to hit that trailer one more time, let everybody see it, because it will be dropping tomorrow on Facebook. And it will be dropping on, I think, on YouTube, maybe. So I'm the one that does it, and I can't even remember. That's what happens when you got so much. Anyways, we'll be back in just a second. So make sure that you guys stay here and don't run off anywhere, okay? And we are back, and this is the other side of the equation. It's all about the spirit box running. And yeah, thanks a lot, Kayla. I've read one of your comments in there. She had the music in the background. Reagan has her own theme. That's not a joke. She's got her own theme, and we actually had some custom music done for this thing.
She draws you in. Once you see her, if you've ever been in one of our doll tours that I do, the public library,
they have one or two
right
reactions. They either back the hell away or they can't help but want to touch her. It's one or two that I've seen. And me, I have no problem with her. I actually love her and pet on her. But I also have...
She has her own smell as well.
She does. I also have a certain amount of protection, too, that Stacy's given me as God, of course. And Lloyd don't want anything to do with her, and I get that. He wants
nothing to do with her.
He wants nothing to do with Reagan, I don't think.
We've got the rods tonight, so.
Okay, great. Now, Lloyd is really good with those.
Well, he was trained by the best.
You taught him, didn't you? Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So he was taught by the best, of course. So with that being said, dear, go ahead and feel free to take it. I'm going to minimize myself and drink some more of what I call the Marine Corps coffee because it's rock gut, Semper Fi. God bless our Marines and God bless our military.
Is this, what is it? I don't need those until we start asking questions, but if you want to pull them out. All right.
All yours, dear.
We got the spirit box going. If anybody has anyone they want to hear from, then we suggest that you go ahead and start picturing that call out. And if you want me to call out to anybody, just come across on the chat and let me know. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I switched microphones. Is this any better, Chris?
Oh, it sounds great.
Okay, I switched.
It only just had that 60 hertz hum in it, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not thinking. What causes that is a cable. That's goofy or bad. So
okay, I changed everything out, so we'll restart everything.
Okay,
and see what we can do here.
I've always been fascinated by the way this stuff works.
The spirit boxes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got a couple different ones, the older ones that I really like instead of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come through, for anybody that's here in our chat room, it is now open. You can come through for them. They can hear you. And if you want to use your voice so they can pick it up, please do so. Does anybody want to come through for us? Can the person who is attached to Reagan, my doll, can you come through for me? Dead.
If you're here across the rods.
Can you tell me what your name is? Oh, Charlie's here.
Well, they're here.
Oh, his son Chris is in here with us too. Welcome. I just now got my chat up and rolling.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's do a calling out for Stephen, for Carla. Can you come through? She's listening for you to say her name. We heard that. Does anybody want to come through for Chris? Remember what happened last week? They're ready. Who is ready? Cameron, do you want to call out to Charlie? Is there anything you want to say for him? He's here. Sounds like he keeps calling it to you. Just like sit those down. Shit, those things, you can smell those copper. If anybody has a message coming through for your loved ones that's here with us in the chat room, feel free to come through. They may be listening for your voice. If you can, that's wonderful. The little girl that was attached to Reagan, can you tell me your name?
I'm hearing a little girl's voice.
That was crazy. Can you tell me what your name is? Yeah. Did you love Reagan? Candace says the shadow's with us tonight again. Of course. The shadow from nowhere.
Yeah, she sent me a picture of it, and it's prominent. Yeah, it's right above Lloyd's head.
Yeah. We've got one light on, which is in front of me over here. Just a small.
There's nothing on the ceiling that would cast that shadow. I've been in that room 1,000 times.
No.
There's nothing there that would cast.
This is the weirdest thing to me.
But it's like I told Candace, that place is loaded. The place you're living in is loaded.
It is.
You got a lot of stuff. Some of which I think that we know who it may be, and some of which we don't.
That's true. Cameron, if you can come through, your brother's here with us tonight. And your dad also. They'd love to hear from you. Can you say something so they'll know that it's you? Michael, can you come through for Carla? And Judy, can you come through for us? Candace is here. Sounds like Harold.
I heard it. And it sounds like a little.
There's a little girl in there.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Do you miss your doll?
Yeah, Lloyd, be a cheer.
Don't get me started. He's such a cheerful person.
Candace, yay.
I called Candace a few minutes ago panicking. God love her. She puts up with me. To the little girl that's here to see Reagan, can you come through again for me?
I'd like to find out exactly who it is or what it is that's attached to her.
Aunt Judy, we would really love to hear from you tonight. Candace has been having a lot of health issues, and she could use your guidance. Can you come through for her tonight? We've had some private sessions, Judy. Do you remember that? Can you come through for her? I heard it's him as a male. She prayed for me in life and death. Is there anybody who wants to come through? If I brought Reagan out, would you come through for me?
You knew I was going to get a raise out of Lloyd. Yeah, it's gotten a rise out of me.
Judy, Candace says that she will always be there for you, no matter time or day. And you're like her sister and her best friend, and she loves you very much. To the little girl, which doll is it that you like the best that's here in this room? Or in the attic?
That's where you keep the worst of the worst, isn't it? The darkest.
Was that you that was running through the attic a couple of nights ago?
You heard footsteps going through the attic?
Oh, yeah. Me and the dogs and all of us did. The only thing about it is there's no floor up there to be running across.
So it's just wood beams? It's just wooden beams?
Yeah.
Well, there's something going on up there. Lloyd, did you go investigate?
Hell no.
I love you, Candace. Can you come through and tell us what your name is? In the stairway. Bull. His son.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we have plenty of blood for sacrifices tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's Angie. Jason, can you come through for your mama? Angie's here. Here I am. She loves you, bub. Don't you say I love her. Did you hear that, Angie? He just keeps talking. It sounds like it. Dave. Jason, you want to come back through for your mom? Yeah, no problem, Carla. No problem. Can you tell me where Reagan is right now?
She's not over here. Not that I know of.
Tell me where she's at in this house. What about Charles? Me too, Candace. Me too. Let me tell you. But thank you. I finally got it stopped after I talked to Chris. And he's trying so hard. What about Charles the doll? I did too, Kayla. Plain as day. The stairwell, remember that? I love you, son. You're mine. Was that Reagan that came through for us?
She was talking to Lloyd.
He said, "You're mine."
She loves you, Lloyd.
Ray.
He wants to touch you in your special place.
Hello. Seth. Hello. Seth.
Yeah. That's twice I've heard that.
Is that your name? Does anybody want to come through for anybody in the chat room? You want to come through? I'll help you.
Got several people in there.
Come through for us. How about Mamie?
Can you get Reagan out? Carla asked if people could see Reagan.
No, we can't.
Lloyd, you're such a buzzkill. You just ruin everybody's playground. Kayla said, "Oh no, Lloyd, guard your loins."
I love her.
Oh hell, she rocks. Only you or I States could have come up with one that good. So it's Kayla is one of us. So
Bub, can you come back through for your mama? Jason, if you can hear me, can you come through for your mama? One second.
mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, KK.
There's Reagan. There
Lloyd,
she
I
is.
have her, so you can come on back in.
That is Reagan.
Quick,
Isn't she pretty?
if you don't want to look, don't look.
Yep. Hi, Reagan. Such a pretty girl.
Oh,
Trying to read the chat. Can Nikki come through? Oh, yes.
Carla,
Nikki,
you
can
know-
you come through and tell us who did that to you?
Carla, you know he's scared. Yeah. That's why we call him Scared. Scared.
We love to hear from you, Nikki.
I honestly think Reagan's beautiful. I do. But she does have a very dark story. She is such a pretty girl.
And just in case they thought that she was easily to, move or manipulate.
No. No, she's not. She's.
I'll turn her this way.
Mm-hmm. That I know of, there's at least one death tied to her. And you'll learn more about that next week on the episode.
If you're attached to Reagan, can you come through and talk to me? What's your name?
You guys ought to see her when she gets the snake eye thing going on.
There's my bonus baby. Hi, love.
That is when things are about to get real. When she gets those snake eyes. And she does have snake eyes. She gets them. They go from what you saw to snake eyes. Stace loves them all. She's close with every one of them. She's formed relationships with all of them. Oh, Reagan has beautiful hair. She likes it when Lloyd strokes and touches. She loves it when Lloyd strokes her hair.
I never thought she was pretty. I just, always accepted her.
Lloyd never thought she was pretty?
I never did.
Oh, you never did? I think she's beautiful. I think she's
only a few of them that I ever really feel like that, towards. And, yeah. I've got a really bad attachment to Charles.
Well, I think Cecilia is gorgeous.
I keep her in my window. She looks out for me. Of course, she has my hair. Oh my gosh, Taylor, I've done that so many times. Stuff like that happens. It's funny. You may not know them in life, but you have some type of a connection after. That's very normal.
Yes, Candace, to answer your question.
I've had several people like that.
She very much draws you in, yeah.
Oh, listen. That's one of the first things that started happening to me when some of these worse, darker story dolls came in was the intense stomach pains.
Jesus Lord. Lloyd needs a young priest and an old priest.
Is that what you need?
A young priest and an old priest. Somebody that stand there and goes, "The power of Christ compels you." Yeah.
Right. Does anybody else want to come through the spirit box?
I've heard a few things tonight, but it doesn't seem like it was as active tonight as it was last week.
We with Madonna here and Sharon. They were crazy.
Lloyd, you have received a question. You don't like any of them, do you?
No.
There you go, Carla. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
Charles said he heard Stacia.
Yeah.
They always call out to me on here, and they've been doing it to Lloyd lately.
Well, you're like a lot to them. I mean, yeah.
We're taking several steps together, all of us here.
I hear my name called out on occasion, but again, I've got a very common first name, so it may not even be me they're trying to get a hold of. I
love people like that. They are such assets.
Every life matters.
Can the little girl come through that's attached to Reagan for us? Tell me your name. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I hope you get to feeling better. We'll send you some vibes to see if we can't help with that. And that's why I turned her face away also.
She does have
Tends to do that.
I've watched people just look at her and start gazing at her, and all of a sudden their nose bleeds, stomach hurts, they start running fever.
Yeah, your nose bleeds.
Yeah. That's Reagan. She has a tendency to do it. I've never had an experience with her like that, and I hope I don't, but
Cameron, your dad says to tell you you're a grandpa now.
That's awesome.
Cameron Lee.
I have adopted grandchildren. I don't think I'll ever have a grandchild. So I just go around adopting kids. I love kids. For the most part.
Can you come through in a voice that your dad can understand? Can you call out to him? He's here listening for you. But congratulations that you're now a papa.
So that would make Charlie a great grandpa, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that means Charlie is a great grandpa.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, Candace, you're definitely great at what you do.
It takes a huge heart and a big soul to do that. I don't think I could do it. The older I get, the thinner my patience gets. I mean, I'm pretty sure I woke myself up the other morning cuffing myself.
I've heard a couple names come through. If anybody was asking for something to come through, a Brian came through.
Brian?
An H last name.
An H.
Anytime I hear something, I'm going to start calling them out.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
You want to and stick your hand in that shadow?
What?
I can stick your hand in that shadow. See if you can see where it's coming from.
I'm not even affecting it.
No, I mean stand up and go back there.
It's its own thing. Lloyd, can you see it by looking directly at it, or is it on?
You notice it's not casting it. It's not casting on him.
No, it's not. It's not casting on him.
Straight bricks. Now tell me how weird that is. It's not even casting on him.
You're welcome, buddy. No.
Hold your arms up. One arm up.
It's not. It's not even casting on his arm. Look at him. It's not. That shadow is its own thing.
You.
Lloyd, do you feel like a cold spot or anything like that?
Yes.
There we go. Cold
Yes.
spot, shadow.
Wonder why it's doing that. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You've got a visitor. Again.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure of it, yeah.
Hey, we're going to sit you down right here. That way you're here, and if somebody wants to come through for you, you're sitting here, okay? And then next week you can come and watch the show that's about you.
Well, there's Enzy. My guard puppy.
What are you doing, little boy?
Odd that he's looking right up her at it, isn't it?
He does. It is. He is.
Mm-hmm. But he's just kind of getting used to where he's used to.
You are. You said turn it down some?
That's a good theory. Kayla said it's like it's coming out of someone up there on the shelf.
That's Edmund up there on the end. And the monkey.
Yeah.
And the skull planter.
And you got a panda bear too, don't you?
I got 2 skull planters up there.
Oh, it's a skull planter. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was a panda bear. Remember this? Lord have mercy. I'm blind. I can't hear nothing. Okay. It could be any one of them, Steve.
Are you looking in on this from the shadow there? Move that shadow. Look at Enzo. He's just rolling. He is hilarious.
Enzo's such a good boy.
What are you doing, little child?
He likes his belly rubs. Okay. You like belly rubs, don't you, buddy?
You know him too well, Chris.
He's my buddy. Yeah. But so is Choco, and so is Peanut. Peanut's my buddy too. Even though she comes at me like she's 700-pound Rottweiler. She's like 3 pounds, maybe 5 pounds. Maybe 5.
Does anybody want to come back through for Reagan? Last call for her.
You ought to just take her and toss her over there on Lloyd. See how that'll fly.
Shadow behind Lloyd next to Peanut. That pig looks like it has horn.
Oh, dear Lord, it does. You know what that shadow kind of looks like? Kind of looks like a bear, a teddy bear. I mean, the one that's right beside the chair. Of course, that could just be the way the bricks are laid out. I mean, I don't necessarily know if that's a shadow. Now, that thing up there at top, that is a shadow. That is. Yeah, that is. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we can turn the light on and go back there. Shell says, I love Diva Enzo. Yeah, you're going to love him. He's so rotten. Yeah, turn the light on. We'll do a little investigating back there, folks. They want a live investigation? Alright, now let's see. Shadow next to you. Which one looks like it has horns?
Right here.
I don't know, that light is so bright, it's completely like casting down on everything. Put your
Yeah.
hand around that for a sec. Still casting. See how it's casting on the look on the screen. Still casting. You have to put like a book or something over that. Can't see a thing.
Ugh.
That's right, brother.
I don't have a flashlight in here to shine back there. You got a flashlight on your phone?
Yeah.
You shine a light back there. Look at it. The one behind the chair. There we go. There we go. Now that's Edmund and the monkey. That's a couple statues, and there's Frankenstein. Okay, Samuel. Then there's the planner with the skull planner, Frankenstein. And those photos behind them, those are like my tarot card reader things.
Yeah, it's. It is. I'm all for debunking stuff, but there's nothing there to cast a shadow that I can see.
He's over here waving in front of my other light. That's what he's doing right now. They're trying to see if it's going to make any kind of shadow over here.
I'm not seeing anything. And even when he held his arm up, it wasn't, the shadow wasn't on his arm. It was behind it.
Right. The only thing that you guys are seeing right here is just the small couch that's in front of my fireplace, and then this is all brick. This whole room is brick.
Renzo's pretty much claimed the couch, I think.
And then this is all dolls, all the way down to the wall. You probably can't even see, but it's all wall to wall there, dolls and toys and stuff.
Yeah.
That it's right on Edmund's head. It's like it's casting on his head and on that picture. I don't know. I will get to the bottom of it. See you later, Charlie. That's the one that looks like horns, Candace said.
She's talking about this right here. She's talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, like the
one
coal
earlier I said
stain?
looked like a teddy bear.
The stains on the from the coal
Okay.
on my bricks. Anything over there?
No.
It's just weird. That's the weirdest thing. Anybody else wants to come through the spirit box before we shut it down? Come through.
I would have to agree, Candace. Debunked. Coal stains make sense.
You know me, I'm the debunker downer.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you do get to the truth. But at least now we know what it is.
Now the
But
shadow.
it does kind of look like a teddy bear. And given the fact that we just done the episode on Graveyard Teddy, I was kind of like, So.
Okay, we're going to close the spirit box down tonight. If anybody else wants to come through,
Charlie said his battery dropped, and so did the temperature in his home.
Yeah, it dropped here tremendously.
That is a telltale sign. Yep.
Hey, listen.
If I understand correctly.
Look straight ahead.
Who,
Look
me?
straight ahead up there. You see that shadow? It's like when you walk right into the room, it's like it's just standing there watching us right there. See what I'm talking about?
There.
When you walk into that area out there, like you're going outside. Me either, Susie. I can't either. I don't know what it could be. Yeah, I'm going to do an investigation here one night. We'll have to all get together and see what we can find. I can already tell you what's here. I mean, just nice to.
Have you ever done an EVP session?
Somebody else to. Don't have to. I'll sit in there in the living room every night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and see and hear.
I'm just curious as to what an EVP session would bring forth, or if you'd get anything, which I'm guessing you definitely would.
It may possibly bring something out. It might possibly do that. Some people may not be ready for that, though, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And everybody that's been on here tonight with us, I want to send you guys a cleansing white bright light of protection. Just picture that big bright light of circle around us all. I'd like to thank everybody for coming through the Spirit Box for us tonight. We'll see if we can't get Madonna and Sharon to come back over one night and see if we can really, really get it going.
They sure did the other night when you had them there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing that, having them over so that just we could have some powwows like that and see what we could really get. Because Sharon has really helped me a lot.
That's what we call a hoot nanny.
Yes, sir. She's helped me a lot on some investigations years back. Moving stuff on.
Candace said, Lloyd, just leave the investigation up to us. You can go to sleep. A weird vibration in her fingers. Chills, how dare you?
I'm telling y'all.
I dare
it hits us all. When something comes through here like that, it just slips into all of us.
Lloyd, do you ever get a weird vibration in your fingertips or anything?
Don't you be dirty.
That's kind of where we was headed with it. We got shot down, bro. Oh.
I already read y'all's minds on that one.
Well, you're the one that wants to do an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. Let's all do it. Let's all of us get together and do our OnlyFans. What can we put on there?
Oh, Lord.
Dirty ghost activity?
Yeah. Well, some of the things that have come through that spirit box, yeah. I dare say.
Yeah, last week it was get on your knees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No joke. We have some dirty ghosts around here.
Yeah, we do. You do. That. Mm-hmm. Yep, those spirits are taking Viagra or something. I don't know.
Well, since Reagan came into the room, it's completely, the coloring, everything in here is completely changed.
Well, one of the things too, we talk about before we release the episode next week, she has actually harmed other dolls, hasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty ghost activity. Oh yeah, Chelsea. She's not kidding. We've heard some
laundry.
We've heard some things. There's one or two there that likes to touch Lloyd in his special place. Paranormal porn.
I love her.
Wow. Chelsea went there. Yep. You go, girl.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's
Hope you're feeling better, honey.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's getting better.
I don't know what it is that's going around, but some
Mine
kind of
is
a strain of
I
flu.
was down for I've been down for a couple of days, but really bad last night and half of today I've been down.
Are you feeling any better now, baby?
Yeah, now that I got that medicine out of my system, I'm better. It was a trial lung medication that works on my
Trial.
pulmonary fibrosis.
Trial, yeah.
Yeah, well, it made me smother and never again.
There's nothing worse than trying to breathe when you can't.
No, and I live like that every day.
Mom did too, there towards the end. I mean, she had COPD, so it was.
Yeah, I never smoked, but
No.
it's bad to smother. I know that.
Hers was a combination of smoking when she was younger and then the chemicals that she dealt with in that laundry.
Yes.
She worked in a laundry.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really difficult for her.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, they asked me when I went in with all my damages and things if I'd been around any chemicals like that. And, I hadn't. And then they pinpointed it that it was my lupus that's caused it.
Yeah. I mean, my worst case scenario, I come in here and I cuss the machines, I cuss the computer, I cuss the speakers, I cuss the mixing console, I cuss everything.
Oh, no, Carla's having the cramp. I'm sorry, Carla. Try to close your eyes and vision that big bright circle of light around us.
That will help, honey. I'm telling you. It may not sound like it, but it will.
Thanks. Appreciate you, honey.
No, that's a tragedy right there, Chels. Not being able to taste the Chick-fil-A sauce, that's bad times. That's like me not being able to taste my jalapeno bites.
Have you all took a COVID test, Chels? She lived here. I had to bring her over a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put Reagan up back into the.
Yeah, go ahead and put her in the case, or maybe Lloyd can, or. I'm sorry, I just keep volunteering you, don't I? What does it feel to you when a spirit passes through you? What does it feel like when a spirit passes through you? Because
let me explain this to you.
All over my body stands up. That's what Kayla said.
Okay. I have had a handful of experiences. The first time that ever happened, it actually came and sit like on top of me, and it felt like an air conditioner went through my body. And little hairs on your arms will stand up, and even you'll feel your eyebrows. You just feel everything. It's like electrifying, but in a soft kind of way.
Holy
I feel
shit,
that.
I've felt that before. Yeah.
And you always go with your instincts. You can feel it. And then the bad ones, they will give you headaches, migraines. Oh my goodness, make you feel like you throw up immediately.
That's called being. What is it that Amy Allen called it? Being jumped, right?
Yeah, I've been jumped.
Yeah.
At Pikeville, remember that?
Lloyd, before you and Stace got together, did you ever pay much attention to any of this stuff? I mean, did you believe in any of it?
No.
And then you saw it firsthand. What was your first reaction like? I mean, the first time that you actually had an experience.
I hope they do find out, Candace.
On
Bless your heart.
When Stacia took me out 75 when my buddy wrecked
on the freeway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that I'd imagine that shocked you.
He saw the figure come out of the road.
We saw things come out of the road, took pictures, got that on film. Smelled rotten eggs. Then when we came home, there was something that jumped in the car with us and was trying to attack Stacy in the car, and got a picture of that too, with like a
coming out of the bottom of the floorboard of the car.
The floorboard coming at her, and that was the start of a lot. And then I bought I bought some tribal masks and hung them up on the wall.
Yeah, one you
And,
tried to give to me.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it's been blessed several times,
And
it's not here any longer.
and they flew off the wall, and
I mean, it doesn't matter if you believe in this stuff or not. Have respect for it, folks, because if you don't, you will surely find out sooner or later that you should have.
See, I believe in it, but I also have respect for it, and I do think that that's why I'm okay. That, and
Right.
I'll be honest with you, I don't invite anything to come in. I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't want that. Next thing you know, I want to have Stace over here all the time, and I'll have don't put it past me to get a priest. So it's, but yeah, you've actually had a lot of the dolls blessed by the Catholic Church, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cheryl said I get
holy
lost
water.
and burning in my ears real bad. I was just a kid when it first happened, but we lived at Stambo and we all had bad, not peaceful experiences out there, especially me and Mom, her and Robin. Yeah. I know Chelsea's told me about some of it, but Robin mentioned to me a time or two about something that she thought might have been in her place, or like a rib spasm. That's another way that she,
Mm-hmm. It
yeah.
hits us all different. It really does. It's just you know when you know.
I think it's like you said, listen to your intuition.
Always, you have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
think
time we went out family too.
Mm-hmm.
At that old school building.
Yeah. So,
Then we was driving by that house, and I told you what happened in the house.
Yeah.
well, I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like when you and I go to 22 Mine Road and do that episode there and film that. But my child said that she'll be going because she knows right about where Mamie Thurman was found. Crystal will be going for video and sound and all that stuff. And then you and I, actually you much more than I, will be going, I'll be going there to just help film and help do whatever. And I'm kind of your grounding rod.
Absolutely.
In your mind. So we will be there for each other. But I do think that this story is going to be something that
Okay, good night.
incredible.
Love you.
Good night, Candace. Thanks for being here, honey. Life moves so fast and spirits remind us to slow down. I can agree with that. That's going to be insane anxious to see it. Yeah. That is going to be it's going to be something.
Yeah.
Especially, how you get your indications.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if this is the real deal, if she really is, if her spirit is up there wandering around waiting for somebody to bring her justice, then
she knows if she says something to me that I'll sure tell it.
Yeah, which is exactly what she wants, but I'm also worried about you.
I'm good.
And your health in doing this.
I'm good.
That's a big concern of mine. But yes, it is going to be. I don't, Stace could tell you more what she feels than I could, certainly, but I can tell you that day that we went up there on that abandoned strip job, that mine, that she led us right to where the spot was because she started getting sick to her stomach. And I mean, there's no way in hell that anybody saw that little unicorn toy. And she just said, stop. And I stopped the car and she stopped. Kay got out. And within a matter of 2 minutes, he found it. He was walking.
Well, I handed it to him.
Yeah, I know. He was walking through weed.
I grabbed it. I just got out and I took 3 steps and
There
and the
it
weeds
was.
were up to our knees. You know,
They
it
were.
was crazy. And I reached down and I was like, "Well, you're out of place."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, we'll just take you and put you back."
Yeah.
And Kane's like, "What have you got?" And I was like,
That unicorn doll. Yeah, that little unicorn toy.
"No,
And I
just
think Caden came up with the concept that, it was a stray dog that had carried it from the side.
yeah." It's just so sad. It just had a sad feeling.
It was heartbreaking. It was. So,
It really was. It was horrible.
what would you have said when we were kids in school if somebody told us that we wound up doing something like this?
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's what I would have thought. I have to agree with Lloyd. That's exactly what I would have thought. I said, "You're crazier than a damn." And here we are. But then again, if somebody told me that I'd have spent 3 decades in radio, I'd have said, ain't no way. And here we are.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, we want to use it, not just to help Appalachian businesses, but to also tell Appalachian stories.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sick of people coming in from California and making this place look like it's a third or fourth world country. There's a lot of great people around here, and they never show that. There's a lot of beautiful homes around here. They never show that. A lot of beautiful landscape and beautiful scenery. They never show that. They always show, they show the bad stuff. And guess what?
True.
They've got that shit in Los Angeles too. Skid Row, they've got it everywhere. It's in every state, it's in every country, it's everywhere. It don't matter where it's at. But yet they love to pick on Eastern Kentucky. And I want to show the good stuff. And yeah, we're going to tell some pretty spooky stories, but that's a big part of the Appalachian culture. Because there's some spooky stuff that happens in these mountains. There is. And there's also tragic stuff. There's flooding. People lose their lives. There's death. But there's also life. There's also hope. There's good people here. People that love their families. People that work hard. That's the part I want to show. And yeah, the spooky stuff too. But, in Southeast Kentucky. And it's not just Southeast Kentucky, it's all of the Appalachian area, which roughly, arguably, I guess, you could, it goes from Maine to Florida. And there's a great big wide corridor there. There's a lot of places in between. Chell said that's a topic they just covered on our Appalachian class. How outsiders literally degrade our area and paint a very inaccurate image of it at times. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
I've got a word for people like that. They're called assholes. Well, if I got to work for an asshole, I'm going to work for myself. I've worked for enough of them. I'll just work for me.
Me too.
Eastern Kentucky. Look, I have been to Los Angeles. I've been to New York. I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida. I've been to Georgia. I love this country, but this is home. Nowhere have I been that I've met any better people than right here. It's just true. And I want to show that part. At the core theme of all this, it's not just spooky stories. It's the bond that the people in this area share. I can tell you about times I've been sick as a dog. These two bring over soup and crackers and medicine and whatever. I can tell you about the time I curbed the holy hell plumb out of my new car, busted a tire. Here comes Stacia and Lloyd. Lloyd gets down on concrete. It's about what, Lloyd, 40, 50 degrees out. Changes a tire. He helps me take off a tire and take it down and get it replaced and put it, etc. You really think that would happen in southern sunny California? Chances are probably not. And if it did, God knows what you'd have to pay them. It is the porn capital of the world, the San Fernando Valley. So that's what Rick Dees had told me. So, and I believe him because he lives there. So, well, he lives in California. Anyways, but you guess what? He's got a home. Guess where? In Kentucky. He loves Kentucky. And I get why. I love Kentucky.
Me too.
I do think that, yeah, I think Taylor's right. I think Kentucky is the heart of the states. It's a big part of it. And the Appalachian Valley, you know, my gosh, the Appalachian Corridor, the Appalachian Mountains, we could go on forever. We'll never run out of stories. There's somebody somewhere always got something to say. Some of the biggest hearted, welcoming people reside there. Yeah. That's from Chelsea, and she's right. Yes. Yeah. And Crystal sends DoorDash to go shopping for me because I just don't want to get out and fight it. I'll just say, hey, here's my card. You know, just order this for me. Because I don't do DoorDash. I did it for my mom when she was sick. But even then I'd have to get her on the video on Facebook and get her to tell me whatever she wanted was in. And she'd walk me right to it. So but yes, I'm just tired of people coming in here, and you see these specials on YouTube, or you see them on Tubi or NBC or ABC, CBS, and they make us all look ridiculous. Uneducated, backwoods hicks is what they make us look like. We're not. I remember when I was in Los Angeles, I had a guy say, where are you from? I said, Kentucky. He said, you don't sound like you're from Kentucky. And then he looks down. I said, yeah, I've got shoes. I said, we've even got an indoor outhouse, and I keep shoes for schooling and such. Am I smiling? No. He got the idea real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let me tell you something. I said, you'll never meet harder working people. You'll never meet people that love harder, that would go to prison over their kids. I said, now you all can run around out here and be fake, living your life up in $3 million mansions. I said, just give me a little tiny a cabin big enough for me, my brother, and for friends to come over. And you can take your $3 million mansion, polish that some bitch up real pretty, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. Because money is not the key to happiness. Money makes life easier, but it's not the key to happiness. The key to happiness isn't getting what you want. It's wanting what you've got. I hope that you guys have enjoyed tonight's show. And I hope that you'll share that next week we will debut episode 5, Reagan. Crystal, who is like a little workaholic, has just sent me a text a few months ago saying that she got the final scenes complete, we think. I've got to look over them and make sure. But still, this is a team effort. That's why it says, hi, Reagan. Hi, pretty girl. This was all Stacia's idea. The Darkest Stories was her brainchild.
See that?
Yeah. I'm talking about the
camera. As soon as you went like that, the camera kind of got fuzzy.
That's because that's the way it does whenever you move around.
Weird.
It's not weird.
It's like auto tracking.
Whoa.
Do you see that? Speaking of which, good Lord willing, here in the next little bit, you'll be getting a new camera too. One that automatically tracks your face. So anywhere you go, it will turn with you. Yeah.
So I can't swig some tea or pick my nose.
Well, just remember, you can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
I can.
You can.
Yeah, well, good God, Lloyd. Really? Coming from the guy that wears nipple ring or nipple clamps and loincloths. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, this is definitely something. But anyway, next week, yeah, tell some friends, bring some friends, have them log on and watch it, or maybe come over. The whole thing is going to be like 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And then after that, Stace and I will talk about it and maybe clue in. But I think all the secrets are pretty much revealed in the film. You wrote the script for your part, Stace wrote the script on the telling of the story of Reagan, and she did the voiceover for it. So, and she sounds remarkable. She sounds really great on it. So, we look forward to seeing you guys here, hopefully here next Thursday at 9. And the show will, we'll actually start running the video somewhere around 10 or 15 after, something like that. Give everybody time to get in and maybe grab a snack or something to drink and sip on throughout it. But then after that, we are going to air the first 5 series in one show in an anthology, which will be on YouTube. And I think that we may be able to use that for the darkest stories. Of course, that's Stace's call. That's her thing. But it gives a story of the first 5, which would be Charles, Agni, Graveyard Teddy, Sissy or Cecilia, and then, of course, Reagan. That's the first 5 stories. And that's what we're calling the anthology on the first part, or the anthology part 1, because Lord knows she's got, I don't know how many dolls, but there's a bunch of them. And we hope you guys will tell people about them, and everybody will watch them. And when the haunted doll or the darkest stories haunted doll tour is nearby, be it Paintsville, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, wherever, that you guys will come out and actually meet these dolls.
Dates are open. I have open. If anybody wants us to come by, just give me a call. A
lot of libraries jump all over that.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost to attend it would be pretty minimal, I'm sure. But again, this is Stacia's thing. I'm just here to support her doing that. So with that being said, I suppose that we can say goodnight. And we hope that you guys, especially you, Chelsea, and
yes,
hugs and a lot of love to you and to the 3 babies, and tell my Sophie Bug I love her. And I can't wait to see her again and give her hugs. And we hope that you guys are all keep your health in good shape. And remember, if you got a little bit on the ill side tonight, we know why. Stace, what's your advice again for that?
Always. If you have a prayer that you like, go somewhere and just say it. Picture a white light surrounding you, a light that's so bright, just a big circle of light.
Yeah.
That's cleansing, protecting light.
It's a lot of God, the light of love.
Absolutely, it is.
Nothing beats that. Love and light.
I'll meet you there.
Mm-hmm. Lloyd, thanks for being on with us tonight again. That's why you're in the credits. Stace, I love you.
Love you.
And guys, thank you guys for being here. And we will see you next Thursday at 9:00 with episode 5 of The Darkest Stories.
Yay.
Reagan, may God bless you and keep you safe and your family. We love you all.
Love you guys.
Good night.